gonna let you get away with this!
Yo, welcome back guys to another Dragon Ball Legends episode, and in today's one we are going to have our first Chrono Crystal guide for the year 2024. And this guide is going to be for the 6th anniversary of Dragon Ball Legends. I can't believe guys how fast time is flying. We're already speaking about the 6th anniversary, which is no less than 2.5 months away. And yeah, you guys have to start saving. If you have not pulled Ultra Gohan by now, you should just wait for his rerun banner and just save your CC until then, because whatever comes out for the anniversary is going to be extremely broken, especially in part 1 and in part 3, which is definitely going to be Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And if you guys want that, you really want that, then you need to start saving your CC from today. So this guide is going to be how to do that, where to start, and what to do every single day until the 28th of May 2024. So sit back and relax guys, put this in the background if you're busy with something and just listen to me. Alright, so the first thing we need to speak about is when exactly does the 6th anniversary start. So if you look at the trend for last year as well as the year before, the anniversaries for Dragon Ball Legends normally starts around the 27th, 28th of May of every single year. So now that we know exactly where it's starting and you look at today's date, which is now currently the 4th or 5th of March, as per me recording this video, you guys have basically about 2.5 months before the anniversary actually starts. So I mean, waiting for that is probably the best thing that you could do, because the anniversary units are going to have double the Zenny, double the Z power, and at the same time it's going to most likely be meta breaking, and those units will help your current teams like Sun Family, maybe Universe Rep, GT definitely will be getting buffs again. So you definitely want to start saving. So that's the main reason. That's for part 1, the 28th of May. Then we got part 2 guys, that starts around the 20th of June. So if you're looking at it, it's about 2 to 3 weeks before the next part of the anniversary that will start. And part 2 will start on the 20th of June and will go into July. And normally part 2 will have units that's from a different tag. Like last year, part 2 was Saga from the movies, we got the Gammas and we got Orange Piccolo. The year before that, part 2 was Future. So as you guys can see, there is a trend, it's a different tag. And then part 1 and part 3 tends to mirror each other in most cases, but sometimes they don't. Like last year we got Universe Rep, Goku and Frieza, and then part 3 was Future for Vegito Blue. So it's definitely something that Legends is trying to keep. And at the same time, the 6th anniversary is quite mysterious because we don't know exactly what part 2 is going to be as of right now. But we are able to tell you guys what part 3 will be, which most definitely is going to be Super Saiyan for Ultra Gogeta, and GT and Fusion mains are definitely going to be eating extremely well. GT is going to be looking to be one of the best teams in the game by May, June. So you guys already know you need to start investing into that sort of teams. Then we have the Ultra, which basically releases from when part 3 starts, which was on the 11th of July last year. So it's another 2 to 3 weeks. And then it starts on the 11th of July, and that normally goes until the end of July. So the reason I'm showing you guys this is because the anniversary normally lasts from the 28th of May until the end of July. So you're looking at a 2-month window of basically just celebrating, and you'll get a lot of Legends Limited Z power. There's going to be Chrono Crystals, there's going to be items, resources, you're going to have to summon, double the Z power, you can make your box better, get all the Z powerful characters, start getting Z medals if you have a new account and things like that. So it's very important that you start saving from the month of March. You have two options guys. You can either start saving when the Ultra Gohan banner leaves on the 14th of March, and then you'll save until the 28th of May, or you can start saving now already and just wait for the rerun banner of Gohan, or you can just wait for part 1 and part 3. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, that was just basically why we need to start saving. Now let me get into what you need to do on a daily basis. Alright, so now there should be a calculator on your screen so you guys can keep up with how much CC you can get per month, and that's what we're going to be using as a deficit to see what we can do. Now, it all depends on your account. Everyone is going to have a different amount of CC for the month because we all have different accounts, different units, different equips and all of that. So you guys all obviously will have different amounts. Some of you guys have more story mode than others, some of you guys have soul boosting, etc. However, to make this easier, I'm not going to include soul boosting. All you need to know about soul boosting is you have 200,000 panels in total that you can soul boost that gives you CC. So that should be about 20,000, maybe 25,000 chrono crystals in total. And that's something only new players can do, or people that haven't actually soul boosted in a long time. The other one I'm not going to speak about is equipment. Equipment can be done up to 1,000 times from S to Z rank, and if you do that, that's another 10,000 chrono crystals, but that all depends on how much you've done already in the game. The only things I'm going to speak about are the ones that everyone can benefit from right now. So yeah, let's go with it. The first thing we're going to speak about is your dailies. So log in, do your dailies. Your dailies are very quick. You do one PvP or one co-op as soon as you can. As soon as that's done, what you need to do is you just need to go into events, and then you need to go to the upgrade section of events. That will take you to the bonus missions. Then you need to go into Zenny and then just skip this 10 times. That's basically what I do. Once that's done, you'll get your bonus done, and then after that you just go to adventures and then just renew the adventures. I promise you guys, it won't take you more than 5 minutes to do all of that. It goes extremely quick. Do it at least once sometime in the day if you don't actually play, and you'll get your dailies done. The reason why you want to do your dailies is because it helps you with your missions in terms of your daily stamp, and at the same time it also gives you the opportunity to get login bonuses, rewards, chat messages and things like that. So the first thing I'm going to speak about is your daily stamp. So log in every day, do it every single day, do not miss a day at all, and eventually you'll be able to get 1,000 chrono crystals every 14 days. Since a month is 4 weeks in total, we're going to make that 2,000 chrono crystals just for logging in. Then the next thing I'm going to talk about is going to be the mission plan. The mission plan for the free to play is 500, and the mission plan does come back every 2 weeks as well. So you have 13-14 days and it comes back. That gives you another 1,000 chrono crystals. If you are going to buy something in this game, that's probably the best thing I can advise you to buy, because the mission plan does give you a total of 2,000 chrono crystals every 2 weeks, and it's quite cheap. It's not actually really expensive, but if you are completely free to play and you don't want to go down that route, then getting the 500 is perfect, and you get that every 2 weeks. So you have another 1,000 there, just from the Battle Lovers plan. It's quite simple. You just have to log in, you just have to embark on adventures, do some PvP up to 50 times, and yeah, you'll get your missions done extremely quickly. And then the other thing we need to talk about is just basically logging in daily in the morning. Especially after reset, you get 10 chrono crystals every day. And if you do that every day, it's 70 chrono crystals a week, which is about 210 chrono crystals within the month. So now, as you guys can see, we haven't even started speaking about the actual game. All I'm talking about is logging in, doing your dailies, logging in after reset, and just doing your missions plan, and you already have enough for almost 2 rotations or more. So that's just the basics. Now that the basics are done, guys, we need to speak about what the game actually gives us. So in adventures, if you do adventures normally, you get 50 chrono crystals, especially when adventures resets. And I believe adventures reset, I might be wrong, this is something I need to double check, but they should be resetting every week or every 2 weeks, so you can get up to 100 chrono crystals from adventures itself. It's not a lot, but I am going to add it as well, so that will be monthly as well, something that you can look forward to. Okay, now that adventures is out the way, we need to speak about other things in the game. We do have the raid as well. The raids used to give us a lot of chrono crystals, but now these days they don't actually give that much, and raids are not always a fixed event. They come sometimes and sometimes they're not there at all. So when they are there, they give you 700 chrono crystals, and it is something you can get by going to the exchange shop, and you just have to find the raid, and in here you'll find chrono crystals. Now normally I will show you them here, but I already got all mine, and you also get Z power like you can see on the screen. Also, seed minerals are very important, as well as soul exchange, slot removers and platinum coins. All of this is very good resources, because it allows you to upgrade your equipment, upgrade your characters, arts boost them to the max, and enjoy PvP at a better experience. So that's definitely a place to get chrono crystals. The next section for chrono crystals, but it's not also fixed, is Legends Battle Royale. This gives you 300 chrono crystals whenever it does pop up. It usually pops up once we get a Legends Limited or Ultra unit, and that campaign is normally there. So it'll be like the Cell Saga campaign as of this video. Then you'll be able to use Cell Saga and then get the 300 Chrono Crystals. But usually I would not suggest doing that if you don't have a good team or if you're just new. So I will add it to this count, but it's not always there as a fixed event. Now that we got the raid out the way, as well as the Battle Royale, we can go to actual fixed events in the game. The first one being Legends Ranking. Now, Legends Ranking is a monthly event. It gives you 300 CC, but you're not actually doing it for the Chrono Crystals here, you're doing it for the equipment that you can get. But 300 CC is still 300 CC, and if you're saving that until the anniversary, it can be almost 1000. So, you know, it is worth it in the end. But the main thing you're going to be using it for is basically the equipment. So the best equipment here, as you can see, is probably this one here, the Jiren equip, or you can get the 10 times Kamehameha for blast units, or you can get the defensive equip over here. Each one gives them 45% extra defenses, so it's definitely needed in the long run in this game. Now, the main mode that you have to play, you don't have to be extremely good at this mode, you just need to be decent enough to maintain your rank, and you should be able to get a lot of CC from here. Now, let's just say you are not someone that's aiming to be in the top 10,000 and you just play casually, like extremely casually. Maybe you're part of the top 50%, right? You can get about 300 Chrono Crystals from PvP every 2 weeks. Plus, you can also get your group ranking. So, if we go currently now to group ranking, I don't think it's oh yeah, it is at the bottom. If you go to group ranking and you're maybe within the top 20, it should be easy to do within your group. That's another 200. So you can get 500 Chrono Crystals at a bare minimum from this mode every 2 weeks. That's 1000 Chrono Crystals a month if you're not playing as much. However, if you are competitive and you really like to play this game more than usual, being in the top 10,000 is probably where you want to be. That will give you 800 Chrono Crystals at a minimum, up to 1000 if you are in the top 1000, but I don't expect anyone to be up there. So you're looking at 800 Chrono Crystals minimum, plus the group ranking of another 200 up to 300 depending on your predicament. You can get about 1100 Chrono Crystals every 2 weeks, which gives you about 2200 Chrono Crystals every month from PvP, which is a lot. Mind you, this does add up over time. You just need to be very patient. You can't be summoning on every single banner that you see. Now that's out the way, the only other spot that we can get Chrono Crystals at a fixed level would be the Tournament of Power. Now, the Tournament of Power has different leagues, as you will see in a moment. You get League A, League S, and League Z. The higher the league, the more Chrono Crystals you get. Now, for the benefit of everyone, I'm going to speak about this in terms of the best league to be in, which will be League S or League Z. League Z preferably if you have the right friendship rank, if you have the right units. If you guys want to know more about that, I do have a video you can watch, which I will link in the description in terms of Tournament of Power. Now, in terms of the rewards are quite juicy depending on your rank. In rank A, you can get up to 400 Chrono Crystals just by being in the top 5%, which is not hard at all, plus the 100 from just playing over 27 million points, plus another 100 from the mission. So you're looking at about 700 Chrono Crystals from the Tournament of Power at League A. Now, if you League S or League Z, you can get up to 1500 Chrono Crystals from the Tournaments of Power, making it one of the best modes to play in the game, even though it is quite tedious. You can get 3000 Chrono Crystals every single month from the Tournament of Power if you are in League Z. If you are in League S, it's about 1000, and if you are in League A, it's about 700 Chrono Crystals. So it's definitely a mode you don't want to skip out on. It does give you quite a lot. So guys, that's basically the main modes in the game for you to get Chrono Crystals. We covered PvP, we covered Tournaments of Power, I covered all the events aside from co-op, which I'll talk about right now, and I covered Legends ranking. Now for co-op, it's quite simple. You do the hardest difficulty, which is on extreme, and you do it as much as you can, 3 times a day basically. As soon as your 3 times a day is done, you go to the dual exchange shop over here, and if you scroll right to the bottom, you'll see that you can get up to 300 Chrono Crystals. So you need 4500 of these hyperdimensional co-op coins, and you'll be able to get 300 Chrono Crystals. Co-op does come back every 2 weeks as well, so you basically can get 600 Chrono Crystals from this every month. but in total it gives you 606 Chrono Crystals every time you do it. So if you complete all these stages and you get to 300, you're getting 606. So in total you're getting about 1212 Chrono Crystals from co-op every single month. So that's definitely something you need to do 3 times a day. It might be a bit grindy or tedious, but I would suggest you start doing it, especially if there's a big celebration around the corner like right now. So that's one of the other modes that don't go away in the game, and it stays there infinitely, so you guys can definitely make the most of it. Alright, now I'm going to speak about story mode and what to do with that mode in the game. So if you go to story mode and you are currently up to date with the story mode in terms of what part you're in, I would suggest that you wait. If you don't actually do any more, because if you actually do your story mode and you complete everything right now, you might not have any backup Chrono Crystals for Legends Fest. So in order to have backup Chrono Crystals, I would suggest at least being 2 parts away from the latest chapter, so you guys can use that as backup Chrono Crystals if something extremely hype pops up, or if some unit you really want. Like Ultra Gohan, if I actually did not pull him, I probably would have done part 14 and 15, so I could just continue summoning. But luckily for me, I did actually get him. So if I were you guys, don't gold star any of this. It's not worth it. Rather just wait, because this Chrono Crystals comes in clutch, especially later on in the game. There will be a count right now on your screen to tell you guys how much all of this adds up to, so you know the total Chrono Crystals as of 2024 part 15. And then at the same time, if you go to missions and you check the missions for this Chrono Crystals, you can get 6,000 in total. That's just from the challenges and friendship rank as well. But all of this Chrono Crystals, I call it a one-time off, so I would not actually do the missions for the story mode yet, because these missions will always come in clutch if you need them to. The only ones you should be focusing on here would be friendship, because friendship you want to get done as soon as possible. You have to do up to 100 characters to get 1,000 Chrono Crystals just from friendship. And that gets me to my last and final point, which is friendship rank. What you should be doing with friendship rank every single day for at least 1 to 2 hours per day. It might sound like a lot, but while you're doing it, you are allowed to do something else. You don't have to be on your phone like a madman playing it like it's some other game. You can literally watch a YouTube video and just put it on auto, and it all starts with Let's Fight. Now, if we're speaking about Let's Fight, you have to go all the way down here. It's this event here, which I've already done, and it gives you 30 Chrono Crystals every day. If you do the math on that, it's 210 Chrono Crystals a week, and in a month, it's at least 800 Chrono Crystals, which is not bad, especially if it's just 3 times a day. It goes extremely quick. So in the month of March, you should be getting 800 Chrono Crystals from that, give or take, and month of May, April and May as well. So yeah, it's a decent amount, and that's just from doing friendship rank 3 times. And once that's done, once you've done your 3 per day, you all need to go to this part here, which I'm sure you guys are aware of by now. I have spoken about this before, but I will speak about it again. You go to part 6, Showdown with the Evil Margin. You go to book 1, chapter 8, which is the final chapter in that specific book, and here you need to make a team. Now, in order to do this, you need to have certain equipment, which I will speak about. But please guys, just mind yourself, this account is my alternate account and I don't actually have that equipment right now. So this is better for the free to play, so you guys can actually see what I am about to do. So you'll click on level over here and you'll go to friendship rank. That's what you'll descend it by. And you'll basically put all the characters that are friendship rank 1, as you can see. Anyone higher than that you don't really want to use. Then you need to get a certain equipment if you are able to. If you're not able to, then your results will be a bit slower. But it doesn't actually matter, because you're doing this 3 months or 2 months before the actual anniversary, so you don't really care about all of that. But if you do have what they call Z medals, you are able to get this specific equipment over here, which gives you 9% friendship points gained just by equipping this per equipment, and you can get 3 on one character, which gives you 27% extra friendship points per character. So if you do that for your entire team, which means you need to get quite a lot if you're doing it for your entire team. I think it's about 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 of those specific friendship equipment on your team, and then you just have to use 3 characters and you'll see a very big difference of you getting Chrono Crystals. Basically, someone has done the math already on this, and I will explain it in a bit while this video is going through. So you choose a team, like how I'm doing with Friendship Rank 1, and you take them into the actual battle here, and you just have to spam this over and over and over until they go from Friendship Rank 1 all the way to Friendship Rank 2. Now I'm going to fast forward this so you guys don't have to see this slow, but at the same time just pay attention to how much Chrono Crystals we can get while this video is going through. So the main thing or main idea here is to spam this for 2 hours per day. And as soon as that 2 hours is done, I expect you to get at least 240 Chrono Crystals per day. And if you're doing that every day, guys, for a week, that is a lot of Chrono Crystals. You're looking at like 1,400 Chrono Crystals a week. And if you do that for a month, I mean, you guys can do the math. That's well over 4,000 Chrono Crystals. And as you can see, the green bar on the screen is going up. And yeah, you just have to consistently do this over and over and over. It is the most tedious, boring grind in the game. And the maths is extremely difficult to comprehend as well. Someone actually done this for 12 hours straight. 12 hours, guys, and they got 1,000 Chrono Crystals after 12 hours. So they will be able to summon on the Go On banner, yet they still got shafted. So definitely not worth doing in a day. But I mean, in 12 hours, getting 1,000 Chrono Crystals, that's infinitely done, which means you can do this forever, and you will never run out of Chrono Crystals, is actually a good bargain. But in the long term, I don't believe it's a good bargain in the short term because it takes too long. But as you can see, Ultra Gohan just got 2 Chrono Crystals while I was speaking, and it was less than a minute that it happened. And at the same time, the more you do it, the better for you. So you just consistently do this over and over and over. And yeah, if you guys can't do it for 2 hours, then I would suggest maybe doing it for 10 minutes. 10-15 minutes should give you about 10 Chrono Crystals per hour. If you do that for 2 hours, it's maybe like, well, not 2 hours. If you do it for 20 minutes, my apologies. If you do it for 20 minutes, you can get like maybe, let's say, 30 Chrono Crystals, and you do that for an entire week, you're getting like 210 Chrono Crystals for the week, which is another 800. So the main thing about this mode is the more you do it, the more it will benefit you per day. So for example, if you sit and you do this for the first week, maybe 5 minutes every day, you might get like 6 Chrono Crystals a day, and you do that for a week, it's 30. But if you increase your time to an hour per day, it's 120, which is not bad. And you don't actually have to play this mode. You just put it on auto. I'm just playing it now for the sake of the video. But if you put it on auto and just put in your 3 characters and go about your day, just doing whatever you have to do while you're working, while you're drinking coffee, while you're speaking to someone, while you're playing Xbox or whatever, you know. Just don't do it while you're at school. But I mean, you guys can get the point. You're getting Chrono Crystals for free. And I've only done this so far for about 5 minutes. I haven't actually put my phone down and done this properly yet, so you guys can see that this is making a big difference. And this is probably the biggest part of this video, to make you guys understand that in Dragon Ball Legends, it is not pay to win like you think. You just need to know which banners to summon on and reserve your time and have patience. You cannot be summoning on every single premium banner. You need to main 1 to 2 teams like Sun Family and maybe GT or Universe Rep and Hybrids, or Saga from the movies and androids. Just have 2 main teams and work around with that. The rest of the units will come with time, and eventually you'll see a very big difference in what you can do in this mode and in this game. So the main 2 events to summon for is either Anniversary and Legends Festival, and sometimes Battle Hour if it has good units like the Super 17 that we just recently got. But you guys get my point. The more you do this, the better for you. And yeah, that's basically the last section of this video. I don't want to make this too long and overbearing, but I think I've covered every single thing that you need to do in this game to get Chrono Crystals, from the free-to-play methods as well as the one pay-to-play method, which is the mission plan, all the way to the infinite Chrono Crystal guide, which is this mode right here, which is Friendship, plus your fixed events and any other event that gives you CC, like gauntlets as well, which we actually did not cover, which is gauntlets like the Cell Gauntlet we have over here, which goes away tomorrow. So I would suggest you guys finish this, which is what I need to do myself. Finishing this gives you 300. It used to give 700, but they nerfed it quite a bit. So you just do this as much as you can, and you'll see that you'll be able to get this done. It gives you 300, but it's not always here because it depends if we get a Zenkai or not. if we do get a Zenkai, then you know you're getting 300cc. So you can add this to your own tally every month, especially when we get a Zenkai. If we don't, then don't add it. I don't think it's going to be worth your time adding this and then you're seeing no results if we don't get a gauntlet. So yeah guys, that's basically everything in a nutshell. I don't want to make this too long, as I just said, but I want you guys to understand that this game can be extremely difficult if you don't start saving immediately. So I think it's fine to start saving now. This Gohan is amazing, but he will be back, and when he comes back, I'm pretty sure most of us will be able to get him, because then we will have Chrono Crystals to play with. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching, and if you guys do enjoy these sort of videos, I will see you guys in the next Chrono Crystal run, closer to the anniversary, or closer to Legends Festival. Hope you guys are having an awesome week, and stay safe. Cheers, thank you for watching.